it's Siren. Today we've got a very special video. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago on stream, but we've got some AOT Apocalypse product, courtesy of UVS Games. Thank you guys so much. Super honored to have gotten the product, and I think it's super... This is probably my favorite set of the year, so I'm super excited it was this one. But we've got 3 packs of AOT Apocalypse, and we've got a Hiroyuki's Hope playmat. It starts with that playmat. It's probably one of my favorite design playmats they've ever done, mainly because I am a massive Mikasa fan. But yeah, I think it's one of the coolest playmats. I love the art on it. And yeah, I just really like the idea that we're really using all of our art, right? Like, we've got all this custom art, especially for the set. And so being able to use that on our playmat and being able to, you know, sell that is super awesome to me. But yeah, it's a really nice looking playmat. It's got some really nice blues. It very much matches the Mikasa color scheme of blue. And then you got Mikasa in the middle of it. The art from the Chrome Rare, in fact. But yeah, it's super cool playmat. I really like it. It looks to be about standard playmat size, I want to say. Maybe a little smaller than the one I usually use, but nevertheless, it's a really great playmat and I love it. But yeah, let's crack into these 3 packs of AOT Apocalypse. Just to let y'all know, this is the first time I'll be opening any kind of AOT Apocalypse product, and this is before all previews are released. So, I might see some new things that I didn't know existed, but we know they all existed, so just bear with me. But yeah, let's see, we've got Felling Friends. If your rival has not taken damage this turn, this attack is +2 damage. A 3 diff, 3 check, 3 mid for 3 with a 2 mid block. This looks really good in Mikasa, right? Like, we were playing it a week ago for the webcam tournament. Gets you some extra damage, and it kind of makes some block stuff, right? Oh, a 0 diff, 0-4, enhanced flip. This attack gets +1 damage, 2 mid block. That's the first 0 diff we've seen since AOT Origins of Power. Super awesome to see another 0 diff into the game. An infinity symbol, too. Catching up, enhanced commit 1 foundation. This attack gets +2 damage. It's a 2 diff, 5 check. I really like this design space of, we're not going to commit this foundation itself, we're going to commit other foundations. It lets you kind of extend the benefit from it, and, you know, for the stats it's pretty good balanced, I would say, and it's life attuned, so. Enhance, end the cycle, 2 diff, 5 check, 2 low block. Enhance, commit, this attack gets -X speed, X equals the number of cards in all players' card pools combined. So you could see this potentially in like a Mighty Blitz deck where we're stuffing the card pool or something like that. Kurama would probably really enjoy this because it's just minus a bunch of speed, right? Technically that is only on your turn, but there's still ways you can do it, right? I can't think of one off the top of my head, but especially if you're playing into like a Ymir where they're stringing out a bunch, -4 speed can sometimes be the difference between living and dying. Advancing Destruction, 2 diff, 4 check, 4 mid block. Response, sacrifice. After your non-throw attack deals damage, remove it. A clear on the fire symbol, essentially, is pretty crazy. That's actually really good. The block mod, I think, is fine. I think this is actually a really well-designed card. I really enjoy this one. Tense Standoff. 1 diff, 5 check, 2 mid block. Enhanced flip, this deck gets -2 speed. If your rival has cycled this game, draw a card. We've got some lovely art on the middle of it with Mikasa, and I really enjoy the cycle lock mechanic, I'll dub it. Thank courtesy of George Long for the idea of how to name that. But punishing your rival for cycling, well, we've got so many cool mill decks. I really enjoy it. I want to see more of it. I want to see a whole character based on it, right? Like, we've got plenty of mill characters. Let's get a cycle lock character who punishes your opponent for milling. We have got our girl, Mikasa Ackerman, Hiroyuki's Hope. 5 hand size, 35 life, Survey Core. Enhance, reveal 1 weapon card. This attack gets +X damage. X equals the revealed card's block modifier. Enhance, sacrifice foundation, draw 2 cards, air, and death. One of my most hyped for characters, definitely one I'm very interested in building. And I really want to push this character and see how far I can take it. So yeah, awesome to pull it. We've got Outmanned Offensive. 4 diff, 3 check, 4 low for 4, 1 mid block. Weapon and Blitz. If your rival has cycled this game, you gain 4 health, and this card does not count towards progressive difficulty this turn. Again, another one of those cycle lock cards that are really cool to see. Response after this attack deals damage, add 1 backup or 1 foundation from your discard pile to your hand. I really like the idea of picking up things. I think this would be really cool in a Deku 6 deck, ideally. Like, being able to say +3 speed, it's a 7 low 4, do you want to deal with it, or do you want to take it and let me pick up, you know, a 4th wielder? Titan's Flight, a 1 diff 5 check, 2 high block, enhanced commit, this attack gets +2 speed, if it deals damage, look at the top card of your deck. Chaos Attuned, I really like seeing Chaos getting some speed buff. Yeah, I really like this card. This is really, I think this is one of the coolest cards that are in the uncommon slot. Brothers Reunited, 3 diff 5 check, 2 mid block, response flip, after your attack deals damage, add 1 backup from your discard pile to your hand. Life Attuned, so we're kind of focusing on that backup game plan, right? It's letting us pick back up our backups to then build them out. People like Beast Titan will care about that. Flock from this set will also care about that, you know. We need to hit that 3 backup or more threshold. So I think this is a really cool card as well. And Jaw Titan's Trap, a 4 diff 3 check, 4 low for 3, 2 low block with EX2, Fury, and Titan. Response, after the stack deals damage to a character, your rival mills 4. They lose 1 health for each attack milled this way. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, draw 1 card for each attack milled this way. A very interesting form of kind of like Electric Moth, right? It's not quite as guaranteed, but it does have the benefit. It has the potential to give us even more cards. I love to see it. I like seeing more mill. I like seeing making our rival mill. I think that's a cool design space. I am one for mill out by proxy, not by deck design, but this is definitely making it to where you can, if you have the right symbols, you can kind of lean into a deck design, make your rival mill out. On to our second pack. I just want to say thank you again to UVS Games for sending this. Again, super honored and super grateful to have gotten the opportunity to kind of open some product early and show it off to people. We've got Covert Dagger. 5 diff, 3 check, 4 mid for 5. Weapon, it blitz. If this is the first attack you have played this turn, gets +3 speed. If it is the second or greater attack you have played this turn, gets +2 damage. 2 mid block as well. I really like this card. This is really cool design. Not being multimodal, essentially. In that, if you play it first, it's really fast. If you play it later, it gets big numbers. I really like that idea. I like it when our cards aren't strictly like one spot of the card pool and we can play them anywhere for a different effect. Claw of the Jaw, Fury, Punch, and Titan. 3 diff, 3 check, 3 mid for 3, 2 high block, Titan Blitz, that gets +2 damage. I think this card will be great in sealed. I think there might be some spice with it in Porco. Otherwise, I think this is largely not going to see a lot of play, which is unfortunate because I really like the idea of Titan of only blitzes. Countering Toss, 4 diff, 3 check, 4 mid for 4, throw into mid block. Response, after you block a throw attack with this card, that attack deals no damage. Very Face Shield, right? Face Shield was kind of that same idea of not taking damage from a throw. And this is on a throw itself, so you can kind of play. Do you want to keep it and be able to play your own throw, or do you want to block your rival's throw? Lethal Rending, 4 diff, 3 check, 5 mid for 3. 4 mid block with weapon, blitz, sacrifice up to 3 foundations. This deck gets +2 damage for each foundation sacrificed this way. This would pair very well with our Mikasa Ackerman Hizaru's Hope. Being able to say +4 damage plus some extra damage on top of that is going to be really, really crazy. Abrupt Loss, 1 diff, 5 check, 3 low block, enhanced commit, this deck gets +1 damage. If you sacrifice the foundation this turn, it gets +3 damage instead. Probably some of the best Death Foundation spam we'll get for a hot minute. Being able to say +3 damage to a move is really good. It kind of helps characters like Peak, who maybe they can get the speed really easy, but they have a hard time getting the damage numbers super high. I really like this card. Symbolic Shot, 3 diff, 3 check, ranged, 3 mid for 2, 2 mid block. Blitz, spend a momentum, mill 4, add 1 attack mill this way to your hand. I love these kind of attack cards. Being more of a utility card than anything else, and being a lower difficulty with lower stats to compensate for that. I think this is a really cool direction to take these low diff attacks. Instead of trying to make them where they're a big benefit at the end of your combo string, let's make them more utility focused, right? This is letting us get an attack into our hand. This is letting us mill some cards, so if we need our discard pile filled, it's going to be super great for that. Really like this card. And our character for this pack is Porco Gallard, Titan Warrior, 7 hand size, 24 life, and then Enhance mill 3. Your Fury or Titan attack, that's +1 speed and +1 damage. If you have 4 or more attacks in your card pool, add 1 card from your card pool to your hand. Add 1 card from your hand to your card pool face up, and you may transform Porco Galliard. Death and Fire, he's definitely got a lot of options on what he wants to do. And then on the back side, once we're transformed, we've got Jaw Titan, the Crushing Biter. Titan Warrior, 7 hand size, 24 life. Your Fury and or Titan attacks get +2 speed and +2 damage. Response, sacrifice a foundation. After your rival plays a block, seal it. Super, super cool character. I want to experiment a lot more with this side than I do the front, whereas some other people are really experimenting with the front. I think that's super awesome. I love these kind of characters where you can kind of pick which side you want to focus more on. Same thing as with Rhino 2. And then our Apollo for this pack, Hanji's Last Stand, a beautiful pearlescent alt. 5 diff, 3 check, 3 mid for 6, 0 low block, stun 1 ranged in weapon. If you have 10 or less health or your rival has cycled this game, this attack gets -3 difficulty. Response, card pull. At the start of the end phase, build this card face down. Being able to build it face down, very hard and jab-like, you know, we're benefiting from being at a low health count or the cycle, I think I mentioned previously, and even without that, it's a really good stat on it. You know, it's essentially a 4 mid for 6. I definitely don't think we can complain about that when it builds itself down. Anti-AO Rock Barrage, 6 diff, 4 check, 4 low for 5, 1 high block, ranged Titan. Response, after you block with this card, it does not count towards progressive difficulty this turn. Deadlock Blitz, your attack gets +2 damage this turn. I'm loving the 4 check on lower difficulty attacks, and the effects just not being as prevalent, right? This is much less prevalent on offense, whereas it's more prevalent on the defensive play, right? And the stats are lower to compensate. I love, love, love that. Setting the stage. 2 diff, 4 check, 3 low block. Response, sacrifice. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, add 1 attack with difficulty 5 or greater from your discard pile to your hand. We've got Willy Tiber on it. I can definitely see this going into a Warhammer deck. Oh. There we go. Sorry about that. Computer freaked out. But yeah, I can definitely see this going into a Willy Tiber or into a Warhammer deck. I think this is a really cool design again. I love this idea of getting benefits from taking a hit, especially on symbols with DR. I think that's really cool. This might even be something we play in something like Yasha, right? We can DR their move down, take the hit, and then go pick up an attack for our next turn. And then another copy of Jaw Titan's Trap. Let's sleeve up our UR alt because that is a beautiful looking pearlescent. And we'll get into the next pack. Our first card of the pack is helping out a 3 diff 5 check foundation with a 2 low block enhance commit. Clear 1 card played as a block from your card pool. If that card cleared this way as an attack, draw 1 card. Air attuned, it's got very similar vibes to a Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament Jin card. It cleared a block from your card pool as well, but it didn't give you the opportunity to draw that card, which I think is really cool. Frantic Plea, 1 diff, 5 check, 2 high block, response, flip. After your rival plays their third attack or greater this turn, remove a card from your card pool and draw 1 card. I really like the idea of essentially struggling with studies, but we don't get to pick it back up, right? It's not going to let us abuse those really powerful card pool blocks or anything like that, things like Referee Jury, but it lets us clear our card pool a little bit, get another block into our hand, and things like that. Grim Discovery, 1 diff, 5 check, 2 mid block. Enhance flip. This stack gets -1 speed and -1 damage. If your rival has cycled this game, draw a card. Spam is saying -1/-1 is pretty good. The cycle lock thing as well, it makes it even better, and it's got a good block zone. I really could see myself playing this in something like Podium, especially. Thunder Spear Maneuver, 4 diff, 3 check. 3 high, 5, powerful 3, and weapon, 2 mid block. Blitz, this attack gets +1 speed for every 3 foundations in your rival stage. Fire Attuned, it's a really sweet piece of almost deadlock hate, right? We're punishing them for building up this massive wall, this massive stage, and our move is going to get much faster to compensate for that. I think this will be a really cool card to see being played in Sealed especially, and I think that the idea of trying to play a long game and then slam a bunch of these out would be really cool. Skirmish Line, 4 diff, 3 check, 4 low for 3. 1 mid block, ranged. Blitz, if you have 2 or more assets and or backups, this attack gets +3 damage. As a backup and asset fan, I do quite enjoy this card. I think this is being a 4 low for 6 in any character that is doing that idea. This would be great in a Tarion, this would be great into a Armin if you wanted to do some things with backups, things like that. I think it's a really cool idea and I really like this card. Uneasy Alliance, 1 diff, 5 check, 3 low block. Enhanced Flip. If there are 4 more different keywords among cards in a card pool, this deck gets +2 and -3 speed. Under the Order Attune symbol, we can play things like Patchwork Baby or Walk the Dog, and I think that's a really cool design space. You know, we can either make our Patchwork Baby a 7 mid for 5, or Walk the Dog an 8 low for 6, or we can block with it, and then their next move is going to get that -3 speed, right? I really, really like this card. I like the idea of focusing on how many keywords are in card pools. I think that's super cool. And our character, our lovely Warhammer Titan, 6 hand size, 32 life Titan, Enhanced Commit. It is now choose 1 attack in your discard pile and lose health equal to its check value, add it to your hand, something along those lines, and then Enhanced Tenacious. Your attack gets +6 damage. For every 5 health you have, reduce this bonus by 1. Death and life. This is probably one of my favorite characters of the set. I think this character is super, super neat, and I want to experiment so much with this character. Same with Mikasa. And our UR, we got very lucky in our opening. Levi's Retribution, a 5 diff, 3 check, 2 low for 5, 1 high block, stun 2, fury, and weapon. 3 blitzes on this card. If your rival has 10 or less health, this attack gets +4 speed. Blitz, if you have 10 or less health, this attack gets +4 damage. Blitz, if your rival has cycled this game, commit 2 rival foundations. I could see this having a great home in our Mikasa deck, being able to slam it down and, you know, we've lost a bunch of health due to taking a couple hits. We can slam it down and it's a giant, massive move, right? We punish them for taking us to the long game in the greatest way possible. And look at that gorgeous art right there. Very nice. Unusual Behavior, a 1 diff, 5 check, 3 mid block, Enhanced Commit, but build the top card of your deck face down committed. Only playable if you have 1 or more assets. A very peak-focused card, right? You're building that asset once you transform, and then you can flip this, build the top card down. Pulverizing Punch. 6 diff, 3 check, 5 high for 7, 1 high block, Fury Punch Titan, Blitz mill 3, this deck gets +1 speed for each Fury or Titan card milled this way. You may spend momentum. If you do, play this ability a second time. I believe this is one of the few times we've seen a replay, essentially. You can play the ability again, and I think that can lead to some really cool, unique scenarios where you're milling out your deck, you're trying to cycle, and then you're in the exchange, you're getting a bunch of speed, so this is a massive bomb at that point. And then our last card for our opening today is another copy of Setting the Stage. Overall, this was a great opening. We've got some really cool URs that we get to look at. Hanji's Last Stand is a beautiful alternate art, and Levi's Retribution is a super cool designed card. I love the idea of this. But yeah, AOT Apocalypse pre-releases will be starting, I believe, on May the 9th around there. And then the set will officially release on May 16th. Make sure to go ahead and sign up on the UGN for some extra loyalty points. And I hope y'all have a good one. Bye bye.